If you know me and you know my story, you know that my beloved father and I had times, like many people, where we weren't so close. Now we're incredibly close. He's here with me in Dubai. We thought we'd give some advice to people that might find themselves in the same situation that we used to be in. Maybe, Dad, would you like to go first? What advice would you give to somebody who'd perhaps fallen out with their son and weren't as close as we are today?
Well, the first thing I would say is that when you were 17, 18, and we were going through some very difficult times, and I was talking to somebody at work, and she said, "Oh, he'll grow out of it." And I remember thinking, "Oh, don't be ridiculous. This is something you can't grow out of. This is a teenager who's causing all sorts of mayhem, and he'll go on like this." Well, you did, as it were, grow out. You developed, and I developed, and we changed much later on. It took a long time, but she was right. You have to allow for development to happen. You have to allow I had to allow for you to develop. Who you were at 17, 18, 19, 20, even your early 20s, isn't the person you are today. You developed out of that time with those experiences. I think I was too harsh at the time, or too quick to judge. When you said you converted to Islam, I didn't have a quarrel as such with Islam. I still don't, of course. We had arguments, and they were very heated arguments about your beliefs. I shouldn't have challenged your beliefs. They were your beliefs. There was something you'd finally found in your life that mattered to you and had meaning for you, and I should have left it at that. The place to discuss and debate wasn't within a family atmosphere, which at the time was very troubled, wasn't it? I do regret that. I think I was too quick to jump on you in ways that we couldn't communicate. You couldn't possibly have told me exactly why you'd converted to Islam in the way that you did. Only years and years later did it make sense to me when you told me. So for all those years, I just thought, well, you converted on a whim, and the basis of it wasn't in any sense reasonable, didn't make sense. But I was wrong in that respect completely. And I should have allowed for the possibility that actually you would develop. I hate the word mature. It doesn't seem right. But I think we all want to develop and go on developing. And that's what happened. And the second big thing, I think, is that from out of that, I hope I'm not talking too long.
Keep talking, mate.
So the second big thing out of that is the realization when we all got together a few years ago now, that if you can choose to ignore the things that divide you, choose to ignore being the operative thing, and concentrate on the things on which you connect, you relate to each other and so on, and relate well and happily, you have the makings of a very good relationship. And you'd have to make that choice, in a way, which I think we all did. In other words, we don't debate my years as a Robert De Niro impersonator. We know that was a terrible failure. So two things are: allow for development to take place, and concentrate on the things that you are happy to be talking about, rather than the things that are painful and difficult, or which add to the sense of difference between you.
Wow, I haven't heard that before, so that's amazing. The advice that I'd give somebody would be much shorter than that, because you're much wiser. No, because you're much wiser than me. No, not at all. I'd say be patient, be kind, be respectful, be tolerant, and just because you believe something, in no way does it mean that anyone else has to believe that. Try and explain how you feel in a calm way, in a polite way, a respectful way, a gentle way. And the moment you feel yourself getting upset, getting angry, just know there's no need for that. Just be respectful, kind, and most importantly, be patient. And then maybe if you're going through something that we went through, I hope that you'll be as close as I am with Dad today. And I think that's the advice for the day, right?
I think so.
Start a podcast, Dad. Sponsors. We need sponsors.
I'd add just one thing, which is you've got to work out for yourself whether you're 17 or, in my age, over 70, well over 70. You've got to work out, actually, what do you really want? I want to be in a good, loving relationship with this person, or do I want to score a point? And that's the kind of decision at any age and any level I think one has to make. What matters most?
Is it important or more important to be right or do the right thing?
I think it's more important to be right.
Yeah.
but then I so often am.
Nice one, Dad. All right.
That's a wrap.